Did Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was too friends?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, if when people can say something without saying.
The PCD video asked him if he was okay, and his response was, I did that, and placed a smiley face emoji.
Like, they raid your crib, and the surveillance footage of them is in your DVD player. Like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.
The upcoming retrial of YNW Melly is set to be significantly different from the first, as new developments have emerged. It was announced today that Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton, the daughter of state witness Felicia Holmes, was arrested while re-entering the country on Sunday afternoon, January 26th. She has been booked and detained in Miami County and is not expected to receive bond, as a warrant was already issued for her during the first trial. Hamilton is expected to be questioned regarding allegations of witness tampering and her whereabouts before the original trial, as she had been on the run. Federal investigators have reportedly accessed her iCloud, uncovering suspicious activity linked to YNW Melly, suggesting she was pressured into not testifying. If proven, this constitutes witness tampering, which could have serious consequences. Regardless of whether Melly directly committed the murders of YNW Sakchaser and YNW Juvy, a guilty verdict in the retrial could lead to a life sentence.
Filing 6 new charges against Demons and 2 others who were allegedly involved. The charges include tampering with a witness, directing the activities of a criminal, solicitation or conspiracy to commit tampering, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Now, a couple of those charges actually carry a life in prison sentence if there's a conviction.
Mariah Hamilton's arrest couldn't have come at a worse time for YNW Melly. The feds had been searching for her for over a year, wanting answers about YNW Sakchaser and YNW Juvy's murders. Then, just before Melly's second trial, she suddenly returns to the U.S. federal investigators had already been looking into Mariah due to growing speculation in Melly's hometown about her possible involvement. Rumors had been circulating, drawing even more attention to her. This led to YNW Juvy's father conducting his own investigation, speaking with people from different areas. Through his inquiries, he discovered that Melly had allegedly been using coded language to pressure Mariah into not testifying against him in court.
There was this kind of crazy way that Melly was communicating. He wasn't allowed to use the phone. He was passing notes to people, and then this person's calling this person, and then that person.
They're going through extreme measures, trying to cover up or convince people not to testify, like Mariah's mom. They was using code words like Rihanna, and they said Rocky's baby mom.
If found guilty, YNW Melly faces a life sentence in prison for witness tampering alone. The newly released court files help explain why Melly has been subjected to such harsh treatment while in jail. In a past interview, Melly's mother claimed that he had been denied access to a phone and wasn't even allowed to look at his own mail, an action that would typically be considered illegal. However, if federal investigators have evidence that Melly was using the jail phone to engage in witness tampering, it would justify the restrictions placed on him.
My son has not been convicted of anything, and even other inmates that have been convicted or anything, they have the right to use a telephone. They have a right to be allowed to write letters to their loved ones, to receive their mail. They hold his mail, they don't give it to him.
The state alleges that YNW Melly used jail phones to commit witness tampering, and they likely have evidence to support this claim. Otherwise, they wouldn't have restricted his phone access so severely. However, in a later part of the interview, Melly's mother, Jamie King, expressed that she is absolutely heartbroken for her son. She shared her feelings of helplessness, stating that he isn't even being treated like a human while in jail.
You saw Melly's statement, just saying how he's been hurt, how he's scared for his life. As a mother, how did that make you feel?
It's heartbreaking. It made me feel completely helpless. Broward Sheriff's Office definitely needs to be investigated. I mean, they are making up their own rules. We've tried to go to court about this situation. The judge really doesn't have any jurisdiction when it comes to the jail, because we actually had a hearing about the mistreatment of him, and the jail they make their own rules. And I don't think that's fair, because I know that they need to answer to someone too.
This situation caught the attention of rapper O'Blockboy, who spoke out about the stress Melly's mother has been experiencing. He related to her struggle, sharing that his own mother went through a similar situation.
She real, bro. You know, she real. She's stressed out. I heard she had a... Yeah, she real, and I reached my hand out to him, cause I'm real. Yeah, I reached out to him, bro. I met his mom, and she a good woman.
This sparked a heated debate online, with some arguing that Melly deserves these conditions, while others claimed he should be released, as the jail's treatment of him is illegal. However, Charleston White weighed in, bluntly stating that Melly should be struggling and shouldn't receive any special treatment.
I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated. Yeah, I'm so happy he in jail getting mistreated, homie. Homie, when you take a life, homie, you ain't got a right to complain about a motherfucking thing about being mistreated. When you done chose to play, think somebody.
This all led to YNW Melly's first court hearing for his upcoming second trial, where he appeared visibly angry and unkempt, lacking a fresh haircut. However, his mood quickly shifted when the judge announced his potential release date. During the hearing, the judge stated that Melly must make an informed decision about his legal representation moving forward. It was also revealed that he had been sitting in jail for 2,159 days, leaving everyone in the courtroom, including Melly himself, completely stunned.
So, let me repeat myself. Mr. Demons has to make an informed decision about who he wants as lawyers. He's now been sitting in our jail for 2,159 days. So, how long would you like to be able to make that decision?
I can't determine when the investigation will be over. That's the Broward Sheriff's Office. But I can, as I said, I'm asking for, and then I'm asking for at least a day or two. And then
we'll decide by tomorrow. I've also reserved all of tomorrow.
Even the judge was shocked that YNW Melly had been sitting in jail for so long without a conviction. Frustrated, he directly told the prosecutor, "Give me one final reason why Melly shouldn't be released, or I'm going to grant him bond." That moment, Melly's lawyer stood up in the courtroom and presented two key reasons why he should be released. One of the most significant pieces of evidence came from the original trial involving his ex-girlfriend, Mariah Hamilton. Records showed that Melly was texting her in real time when the crime took place and even called her while he was running down the street, hiding in a bush.
The part saying that someone just shut the car up and was trying to shoot him. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, and I'm hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Sakchaser and Juvy? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're...
GPS data from Melly's phone that night confirms that he was running away from the intersection where the crime took place and hiding in a bush. Additionally, during the trial, prosecutors were forced to admit that no firearm was ever recovered. This further supports the theory that the incident was actually a drive-by shooting, as the individuals who fired the weapons fled the scene immediately.
So the first thing is I didn't have a firearm, so I can't know which firearm I'm going to use in order to replicate any of my tests. So I can't make tests for this observation because I don't know what those.
Okay.
GPS data from Melly's phone that night confirms that he was running away from the intersection where the crime took place and hiding in a bush. Additionally, during the trial, prosecutors were forced to admit that no firearm was ever recovered. This further supports the theory that the incident was actually a drive-by shooting, as the individuals who fired the weapons fled the scene immediately.
Vaughn really tell you that Melly told him that he was too fun?
He ain't come out and say, like, we got into an argument. And so, if when people can say something without saying it. And so, he told me, like, once I posted what I posted, Vern was mad at me, bro. How you put that, bro? You out the bam? I'm like, you sitting up here, like, you know the love we got. You do this for us, but you don't trust that his two friends. And he said, him was trying to extort him. And so I'm like, if they was trying to extort him, then why are you still around?
The name YNW was a registered business, with Melly and Borland performing at concerts, selling merchandise, and doing promotions for companies. All the earnings were funneled through the YNW bank account and then split evenly among the 4 YNW members. However, Melly and Borland began to realize that Sakchaser and Juvy were receiving the same share despite not contributing any work. Allegedly, this caused tensions that ultimately led to the crime. When this is combined with the evidence recovered from Melly's phone during the trial, the situation worsens, especially since he reportedly sent a text message just hours after the crime, seemingly admitting to it.
The real time asked him if he was okay, and his response was, "I did that," and then placed a smiley face emoji.
And the next message from 10/26/2018 at 16:02 from Eastern Standard Time. The YNW Melly account said what?
After that, SHHHH.
Also discovered on Melly's phone was a saved video from someone's Facebook Live, showing Melly and Borland's reaction just 6 hours after the crime. In the footage, the two can be seen sitting in a nearby parking lot, recording a music video, dancing and jumping around, as if nothing had ever happened.
Melly still turned regardless of what happened this early morning. He's still out here being very positive. Turned still. Hey! But no, still turned. Regardless of what happened, we already know.
Showing no signs of grief over the loss of their two closest friends, the situation took an even darker turn when new charges were brought against Melly and Borland. In a shocking development, federal agents raided YNW Borland's home and discovered a suitcase filled with incriminating paperwork. Borland had attended Melly's original trial last year for just 1 day. But after leaving the courtroom, he allegedly sketched a diagram on a piece of paper, marking the locations of the jurors and possibly noting their descriptions and names. Authorities later announced the discovery of these alleged notes, which were found during last week's raid on Borland's home.
Melly's co-defendant YNW Borland was booked into a Miami jail Monday night and is being held behind bars on an out-of-county warrant. We just confirmed the warrant is out of Broward County for witness tampering. The warrant obtained by Law and Crime Network states as follows. On or about April 10, 2023, continuing through and including July 22, 2023, Portland Henry, aka Borland, along with others, did unlawfully and knowingly engage in misleading conduct toward another person with the intent to cause or induce them to withhold testimony. The warrant continues the alleged witness have been summoned by the legal process to the jury trial of Jamell Demons, aka YNW Melly. The dates in the warrant are important. Jury selection for Melly started in mid-April, and a judge declared a mistrial on July 22nd. The same day the warrant claims Portland allegedly tampered with a witness.
This is highly illegal, as jurors are meant to remain anonymous during the trial process to ensure their safety. If YNW Melly had been sentenced to life in prison, Borland could have potentially passed this document to dangerous street affiliates, seeking retaliation against those responsible for his best friend's conviction. Even DJ Academics felt compelled to speak out about the situation, highlighting the serious implications of the discovery.
To keep it real, this is sloppy. Portland, how do people have the notebook of the jurors in your house? Holy shit. Like, come to fun. It's like doing and having the surveillance tape in your DVD player or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like they raid your crib and the surveillance footage of them is in your DVD player. Like, oh, okay, thank you, brother. This can't be at your crib.